Anyway, Rich Meyer's the head of this UP Bigfoot Sasquatch research organization, and they believe Sasquatch is in the UP, and they're out there in the woods. It sounds like they're out there often enough that they actually run into each other because there's a way to signal for Sasquatch, which is by hitting trees with sticks.
Really?
And apparently, when they do it, they hear other people doing it, and apparently there are other people looking for Sasquatch.
Not the jerky?
Not Sasquatch.
Not the jerky?
What's the jerky?
What's that commercial where they get Sasquatch?
Jack Links.
Jack Links. Jack Links.
That's what Sasquatch likes to eat?
That's what he likes to eat, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they... I think they're a little more serious in their research than that.
Okay.
I don't think they go by commercial.
We'll ask them.
But Sasquatch has been all over the place.
Yeah, I didn't think he was in Michigan.
Well, Stan Johnson was in Oregon.
Pacific Northwest,
And he thought he was in the Pacific Northwest, and I think most people thought that. And then he's been in the Southeast. I mean, he's been sighted in Florida.
That's why he's called the skunk ape.
Yeah. But Sasquatch, reading up on him,
Yeah.
apparently the one thing that no one disagrees about Sasquatch is that he stinks.
Oh, yeah. Total slob.
He's got size 24 feet, I think.
Oh, you know what that means?
Well, yeah, of course.
Huge.
He's
Right,
9 to 12 feet tall.
Tom's already in his phone. He's bored of it.
Maz, what were you looking up on your phone? What were you looking up?
I was trying to go to the website you were talking about. But I won't. I won't touch my phone anymore when I'm with you guys.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to put it away.
The Sasquatch.
What's this? I'm never going to see my phone again. My phone is gone.
Is that the most mad I've ever made you? Because I made
you know why?
really
Drew
angry.
busts my balls.
I know. That's why I said it.
No,
The
because you
minute
look at your
talk about
phone all the
something that I'm
time.
not interested in, I go on my phone.
You do.
But what do you got? I do, but I'm looking up stories. I'm looking up stuff. I'm not talking to people.
But I think it's because you're usually bored with the subject matter.
No, I'm trying to find out more about it.
Okay.
Sorry, Tom.
Jeez. Rich Meyer. Oh, Maz is setting things on fire now.
How old is this guy that's running this big?
I don't know how old Rich is.
I want to know what part of the UP he was from.
Hello.
Is this Rich?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Rich. It's Drew and Mark and Maz calling from the Drew and Mike podcast. How you doing?
Good.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you guys.
All right. How's the Sasquatch search going?
It's going. It's a little cold right now, but other than that, it's going good.
I got to wonder. I've heard about. We were just talking about this. Bigfoot always seems to be. We used to talk to a guy in Oregon who swore he was in the Pacific Northwest. Then we heard he was in the Southeast, and I have heard the Great Lakes area mentioned for Bigfoot, but really more the other places. What makes you so certain, or what makes you think he's in the UP?
The UP is a perfect spot for anything to hide. We don't have the population that other parts of the state do.
Is he trying to hide? I mean, do we know that?
Yeah, he doesn't like cameras. Remember from Stan?
Is that true?
Mm-hmm. With the way the Bigfoots react around people, and as elusive as they are, and as long as it's been taking for anyone to get good, solid evidence, you have to assume that they don't like people that much.
But wait, you say the way they react to people. So have people actually come across them, but they didn't have a camera on them to say, to document it?
Right. When you've got campers that have had small rocks thrown and tents pushed on, campsites raided in the middle of the night.
Bigfoot has been known to do stuff like that?
Yes.
So he's also a total ass.
He's a jerk.
Right?
Or he's threatened. He's threatened. He's threatened.
Right.
Just to throw
Rich,
little rocks.
What's your background? I'm just curious because you've taken this on, so I assume you have some background in something related.
My background is actually totally unrelated to Bigfoot, other than as a kid I grew up in the woods every weekend. Well, anytime we got a chance with my dad.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I hunted and fished all over the state, everywhere from Saginaw all the way through the UP.
Did you study forestry or something like that?
No, I actually have a degree in climate control technology.
Oh, wow.
That's close enough.
Interesting.
Now, how do you
climate control?
How is the UP BSRO funded?
Everything's funded out of my pocket, pretty much. We are a completely volunteer organization.
Wow. And how much have you spent in the search for Bigfoot? Is it a significant amount of money?
Honestly, I would say I'm probably only into it around $1,000 or so in the 4 years I've been doing it, but I don't have any of the high tech equipment yet.
How about the Jack Link's jerky?
Oh, Tom.
The Jack Link's jerky?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all just part of the food that you take on a regular camping trip.
There you go. You've seen those commercials. I'm taking it, right?
Yeah, we've seen them.
All right.
Do you think they were mocking Bigfoot, or did you find that funny?
I find it funny. You can't take yourself too seriously when you're doing this kind of research.
That's good to hear.
Now, usually when tracking an animal, you look for leaves or branches that are bent. I mean, do you see anything like that, or have you come across his feces at all?
I haven't come across anything that I can say 100% is Bigfoot feces.
Hey, wait,
100%?
Right. I've come across
feces
tracks. We've come across feces, but not seeing who left it there. You can't tell whose it is.
How do you test that? I mean, you can't really do DNA.
DNA and feces?
But there's DNA. There's skin, but there's no.
Anybody's going to get somebody's feces for DNA. But
but you have no DNA makeup of Sasquatch to market with, so I don't know how you test to see if it's Sasquatch. Is it like by scent? I mean, because we know he stinks.
Right. If you were going to test it to see if it was Sasquatch, you would have to find the end that came out first. So you'd have to know how it dropped onto the ground,
so
they could get the epithelials off of it to test it. But then it's going to come back as unknown.
What does the first end have?
Suspect or unknown primate.
Yeah. Wait. What does the first part of it have to do with?
Because it's going to, as it comes out, is when it's going to pull the epithelials from the skin off.
I see. That's where the DNA is. I thought you meant like maybe because he's 8 feet tall, like it'd be like the splatter would be a greater, dispersion amongst the site. But we don't know. We don't know if he like squats really low or goes from a tree or.
He's a biped. I mean,
yeah,
right.
He's a biped, correct?
Bigfoot is mostly biped, is how everyone has seen him.
I love that term.
Any of your accounts.
Use it. I just wanted to say biped.
What part of the UP are you out, Rich?
I am in Hermansville, over between Escanaba and Iron Mountain.
That ring a bell, Tom?
Yeah.
Have you spent time there?
Oh, yeah.
Hermansville?
Place up there.
Hermansville.
Do you know
Tom? Iron Mountain's right there.
Do you know nobody from my high school is allowed to go to Iron Mountain? They banned us from the city of Iron Mountain.
Why?
When our high school beat them in high school basketball in 1991, they thought our fans were so rude that they wrote a letter and said, "We're not invited to Iron Mountain ever."
Did you know that, Rich?
I hadn't heard that. What school was it that beat them?
Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard.
Okay.
You ever heard of those obnoxious pricks?
Back when Todd Lindemann was on their team.
Are they obnoxious too, Drew?
I have heard of them. I'm originally from Saginaw. I went to Swan Valley.
Wow.
Bring it.
Hey, Rich, getting back to Bigfoot, unless you guys want to go on. I keep reading about how bad Bigfoot just stinks. I mean, apparently he is just so pungent, and it's horrifying. Why does Bigfoot stink so bad? I mean, there's a million animals out there, and I suppose they all can smell, but this guy just stinks.
Do any of you hunt at all?
Hunt?
No.
No,
okay.
not really. Not many hunters around here. Not in this room.
All
Unless Jay does.
Most people that have hunted... Yeah, most people that have hunted have experienced coming across a bear in the woods.
Yeah,
and bears are very greasy. It's part of the way they're made. Bears have a smell to them.
Yes.
So you would have to assume that a Bigfoot is going to have some type of grease or secretion on its skin to help with warmth.
Gross, like sebum.
Yep. So it would then start to smell after a while.
Wow. Well, and now how do you? I was reading in the story in the Free Press. What did you think was a good story? By the way,
I did.
Big story.
It brought us a lot of attention recently.
Yeah, it seemed like a pretty fair story. Anyway, they were talking about how what do you do to roust Bigfoot or to try to get his attention? You hit the tree with a stick.
We do howls, we do whoops, we do calls. We also do tree knocks. Usually, I use an axe handle.
That'd be a tree knock, I think. Mm-hmm. Okay.
What kind of calls?
Whoops.
Whoops and howls.
And what about the feeling is that Bigfoot leaves like strange, the way he sets sticks up. He has sort of a way of It seems so weird to me.
And arches.
Yeah, why does Bigfoot do that, or why is it believed that Bigfoot does that?
If you talk to different Indian tribes, throughout history, they've bent trees, and then between tribes, they would know, okay, there's been a family of 4 that came through here. We're assuming that the Bigfoots are doing the same thing. They leave arches to show different pathways. They leave stick structures as bigger ones would be shelters, smaller ones would be like road signs.
Now, Sasquatch is fearful of people, but aren't you scared that maybe the calls drive him away? I mean, maybe he's like, oh my God, that's a human.
What's up with Sasquatch?
That's a human impersonating me. I'm out of here.
Right, that's a very good possibility. And we've had what we assume that to happen, where you're getting some action, you're getting wood knocks back and forth between 2 different groups, and you can hear them, and then you'll try to knock back or you'll try a howl, and then everything just goes quiet and it kills your night.
Oh. Yeah, it's always the knock back is always another group looking for Bigfoot, right?
It sometimes it has been. I'm not gonna say, oh no, every time it's Bigfoot. No, it's every once in a while you run into another group out there or another person out there that's doing it.
It seems like if this guy is out there, he's ridiculously elusive. Now he's like 9 to 12 feet tall, right?
Yeah, well,
he's a biped.
6.5 to 9 feet tall.
Oh, 6.5 to 9.
6.5 to 9 feet.
Okay, He's got size 24 feet or something like that.
Like Bob Lanier.
He's ridiculous. Yeah, he's got bigger feet than Bob Lanier. And for some reason, no one can ever see him. Why? How is this guy so elusive? I mean, is he camo colored or something?
Well, it's not so much that no one can see him, because there's been sightings. There's been people that have had almost face-to-face sightings. They've been caught looking through windows. The problem comes in, everybody's like, well, with all these cameras, you got to be able to get a good picture of it. Well,
why are the pictures always grainy? They're always grainy.
Well, here's the thing. If you walk through your front yard or through your neighborhood, walk through your neighborhood, and when a squirrel runs across the road in front of you, try and pull your phone out and get a picture in the first 5 seconds.
Oh, wait till he stops.
No, but if I sat by the side of the road with my phone trained on it, I'm sure I could get a picture of him.
Right, and when you're
is Bigfoot fast? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, if I'm walking in the woods and Bigfoot walked by, I might not get a video of him. But if I was out there hunting him and waiting for him, I think I might be able to.
Are you saying
if you had a good idea where he was going to come in at, if he could come in from anywhere, your chances are a little slimmer.
All right, Rich, are you acknowledging that Bigfoot is elusive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Bigfoot is very elusive.
Do you think he's fast? I mean, if he's a like 9 foot biped, he could run like a 3.5 40 from.
That's 3 bipeds for you now.
Sign him up.
Thank you.
Yeah, everything I know is that they are very fast.
No, wait though, they'd have to mate, right? So
there's got to be has to be a species of Bigfoot. That's why a lot of people feel there is no Bigfoot because there's not just one.
What's the gestation period? Because that Bigfoot lady's not going to be that fast if she's pregnant.
Wow, that's a great point. Yeah, what about a pregnant Bigfoot?
You think they would hunker down?
Yeah, you would think they'd hunker down, maybe a cedar swamp, something like that.
Yeah.
The biggest question that I have is, because of my background in hunting, is all animals have somewhat of a home range. I'm working towards trying to figure out what a home range is for a Bigfoot.
Oh, like how far they travel?
Right.
You'd think that Mama Bigfoot, though, if she's pregnant, she'd be laying out somewhere, and Bigfoot would be sort of patrolling the area, and he couldn't just run away.
You're going to come across a pregnant Bigfoot, and then he's going to come by and just devour you,
or just hit me on the top of the head like the Gopher game.
What percentage chance are you? What percentage chance are you certain that Bigfoot exists?
I am 90% certain that Bigfoot exists.
90%?
Where are the bones? Haven't they ever? Do they bury their deceased like we do as humans? How come we never find any bones?
It's a great question.
Okay.
They have a funeral, Bigfoot funerals.
Yeah.
Or maybe they cremate them and spread them.
It's something I started to look into early on. And how many bear carcasses have hunters ever found in the woods? Not many. Same thing with mountain lion carcasses.
Some.
What do bears do when bears die? Do they bury them or do they cremate them?
You've never been to a bear funeral?
No,
quite sad.
They die
especially when they're cubs.
They die in cedar swamps. They die in very acidic soil, so the bones don't last as long
Wait, how do they always manage to die there?
Because they run and look for cover when they're dying.
What if there's
Same
no
thing
area
with
like that?
When a hunter shoots a deer doesn't run out into the middle of the field or back to the guy's truck for him. It runs down into the deepest, darkest stuff it can find.
Gets away. It tries to hide.
Right.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Because they think it's injured.
Do you know I saw a dead bear the other day?
You did?
Yeah, on the side of the road on Route 80.
Dead bear?
Dead black bear.
Rich, do you believe Tom when he says that?
How do you know it's not a baby Sasquatch, Tom?
It was a black bear.
I believe it.
You believe him? Okay.
It was in Ohio, Pennsylvania. It was like in the woods of Pennsylvania, coming out of the Nittany Mountains.
How close to the road was it?
Right there. Like if we weren't going so fast, we might have pulled over just to see what the heck.
Do you think it just passed away there, or do you think a car hit it?
I'm not sure.
The car hit it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because it would have gone to some acidic area, right?
Right. I've seen bears get hit on the highway by semis.
I believe in
Get
using new
rolled over
knowledge.
and then they still try to get off the highway.
All right, stupid question. How come Sasquatch has never been hit by a car?
I'm sure they have. There's evidence where there's people who have hairs collected off their cars where they've grazed one or bumped one. There's other cars that have been totaled.
Yeah.
Really?
Once you get into some of the reports, yeah.
And they say it looked like some 9-foot biped. It was crazy.
Biped
Yep.
again.
And then their insurance company says, you're crazy.
Well, maybe they're using the, bipedal Sasquatch as an excuse for the accident.
Yeah, they're hammered or something.
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't, I don't know. Well, that's wild. This is a great subject, and I got to say, I think you raised more interesting questions.
How do you catch one? If you do see him, how do you get him? What's your plan?
Just get a picture.
Befriend him?
Yeah, my plan is picture some kind of photographic evidence that depending on who we're out in the field with, we've got people who have infrared, like FLIR units that have recording capabilities. We've got night vision with recording capabilities.
It'll be grainy, no matter what.
What about those motion detective
cameras running all the time?
Yeah, the motion detective cameras that hunters use.
Yeah,
My father-in-law has a sweet one. Catches bears on it all the time.
How about a sleep dart?
Yep.
You going to use a sleep dart?
I'm not going to use a sleep dart. I'm not going to put out the money to buy a tranquilizer gun and then have to guess on how much tranquilizer I need to not just
shoot it.
hit something off that's that big.
Who cares if it lives? Just shoot it.
Oh, as fast as he is, he'll track you down in no time.
It's Sasquatch, for crying out loud. Just kill it.
Mark.
What?
Okay, wait, hold on.
Sasquatch.
On your just kill it thing. What happens if his DNA turns out to be more man than animal?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark. What if he kills?
I don't think there's a legal precedent for half man
now
DNA.
You murdered somebody, didn't just kill an animal.
I gotta say that might be worth the risk.
20 to 30 for manslaughter for Mark.
You'd go down in history as the guy that found Bigfoot.
No, you'd be down as the guy in history who killed a man.
Half man.
Right.
More man than
half man.
Bigfoot.
Half man. You only serve half the time.
There's been people that have claimed to have shot them, and they're not so well liked.
Are they in jail?
They don't have the DNA to prove it.
No, exactly. So just kill it. Right. I mean, you'd be the guy that found Bigfoot.
We want Bigfoot alive. We want to see him. We want to befriend him.
Want to put him
after you kill it
out,
and take
he's part of our species.
Of
We want to get to know him.
Of course,
integrate him.
Make sure you return it to the other, make sure you return the body to the other Bigfoot so they can have the proper burial.
Yes, they can have the
the cremation.
My thing is to answer questions for myself and then to get them recognized by science. And I'm not going to, and no one in my organization is going to kill one to do that.
I think having a body would be huge for science.
You bet they do.
Is that an organization, Jay? BLM?
What if you just catch it and trap it? Do you think you can trap it?
It's flesh and blood, so it can be trapped.
Okay.
It's like a $6 million man, though. He'd get out of any trap, wouldn't he?
It's a good possibility that anything we build, it's just going to split in half and walk away from.
That would be amazing.
Wow.
Why? We can trap elephants.
Yeah, but Bigfoot is a biped.
Those are quad.
Elephants are quadpeds.
I'm just looking for bipeds.
Well, we trap bears all the time, right?
Hey, Rich, this is a fascinating subject. I really appreciate your time, and I definitely want to stay in touch and find out how your progress goes. And are you guys looking for funding? If anybody wants to, help you guys fund your search for Bigfoot?
Yeah, we'll always take donations. We do sell T-shirts on our Facebook page.
Sweet.
Most of our T-shirt money we turn around, though, and put right back into, we make donations to the state parks and to local charities that deal with getting kids out.
Who are you dealing with on the T-shirts?
It's a revenue stream.
We've been getting them through Custom Ink, but
nice plug.
Well, it's the Upper Peninsula Bigfoot Sasquatch Research Organization. If anybody's looking to get an address or donate, send them a check.
Yep.
Or buy a T-shirt.
Everything's all right there on our Facebook page. All the contact information.
What's the Facebook page listed under? Is it Upper Peninsula Bigfoot Research Organization?
It's Upper Peninsula Bigfoot Sasquatch Research Organization, or if you're typing it in as a URL, it's facebook.com/UPBSRO.
BSRO. Great. Hey, Rich, good luck.
I hope you find them. I really do.
All right. Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Man.
Nice talking to you guys.
See you, Rich.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.